All right, so we're looking at BRICS news. There are 2 new countries who expressed interest to join the BRICS alliance. What's up, y'all? Welcome back to Urban FinTech at the G Spot Studios channel, where we try to make finance and technology sexy. I'm your girl, G. And it says here the BRICS alliance is expanding, with several developing countries expressing their interest to join the bloc. While some countries have formally applied to join BRICS by submitting the application, there's the application process, others have informally expressed interest in joining. The countries that want to be a part of the grouping are only growing as the bloc expanded in 2023. Now, the BRICS alliance invited 6 new countries to join the alliance last year, which included Saudi Arabia, the UAE or the United Arab Emirates, Argentina, Egypt, Iran, and Ethiopia. However, Argentina was the first country to decline membership, as the newly elected president, Javier Milei, was skeptical about the group. Now, Saudi Arabia has also kept the decision to join BRICS alliance on hold. The kingdom is evaluating the pros and the cons of joining the group and will provide an answer soon. Currently, only 4 out of the 6 countries that received the invitation have joined the grouping. So very, very, very interesting. And it talks about these other 2 countries that are looking and expressed interest to join BRICS. So in the latest update, 2 new countries have expressed their interest in joining the BRICS alliance in April 2024. The 2 countries that want to join BRICS and have expressed interest are Zimbabwe and Cameroon. Both Zimbabwe and Cameroon are African countries and are looking at ways to promote their local currencies and not the US dollar. Not the US dollar. All right, so it goes on to talk about China and Russia, and they're aiming to make African countries trade in the ruble or the Chinese yuan and not the US dollar. Also, both Zimbabwe and Cameroon want to be a part of the BRICS Bank, commonly called the New Development Bank, or the NDB. So I found another article in regards to Zimbabwe, and I was unable to pull it up on my laptop, but I have it here on my phone. And it says, it's from Reuters, it's Zimbabwe's new currency starts trading and credibility doubts linger. And so this was published on April 8th. It says Zimbabwe's new gold-backed currency started trading on Monday, amid doubts that the country's 3rd such relaunch in a decade will have any more success in ending repeated, crippling bouts of high inflation. The Zimbabwe Gold, or the ZiG is what it's called, was announced on Friday by the central bank with an initial rate of 13.56 to $1. That's US dollar, replacing the real-time gross settlement dollar, which had lost about 80% of its value this year and had been trading at 28,720 to $1 before the change. So now the bank balances were transferred into the new currency over the weekend, while their customers will have 21 days to do so. And the new banknotes will enter circulation at the end of this month, according to the Reserve Bank of Zimbabwe. The RTGS, also known as the Zim dollar, was launched in 2019 after a decade of dollarization, which included so-called bond coins and bond notes, notionally pegged to the US dollar and introduced in 2014 and 2016 respectively. However, the Zim dollar struggled to gain trust, and this year's precipitous who wrote this? Geez, these words. Precipitation. The slide pushed annual inflation above 55% in March, raising fears of a return to the 2007-2009 era of hyperinflation under former President Robert Mugabe. There are dire need for drastic changes in Zimbabwean monetary system, says Jacques Nell at research firm Oxford Economics in a note to clients. The central bank statement on Friday correctly identified the most pressing problems, said Nell. A lack of credibility in both the domestic currency and the framework that governed it, but it is that same lack of credibility that casts doubt over the effectiveness of these new measures. And so it just goes on. 80%, 85% of transactions are currently carried out in foreign currencies, according to the central bank. Zimbabwe has an insufficient $285 million of hard currency and gold reserves. To fix the economy, Zimbabwe needs to address these root causes of its problems. These problems include central bank funding of the government, unsustainable fiscal deficits, debt arrears, and Western sanctions. And it's not clear whether any would be addressed under the current ruling ZANU-PF party. So interesting things there going on with Zimbabwe wanting to join BRICS, and just this little update I found on their new gold-backed currency. Interesting to see how those two things will tie together with this collaboration partnership that they want to establish with BRICS and their financial system. So awesome kind of news here, I think, in terms of just getting some African countries some options. I'm all for it. I don't see an issue with BRICS doing what they have done. I think the financial system as we've known it is changing, and so we all are aware of that, and it's going to look many different ways, the same way it used to, but it's going to work more efficiently. And so these countries banding together, all here for it. I think it's sexy news. I would like to see more African countries band together with some of these larger nations to secure their, financial and economic futures. Thank you for watching. We will see you next time.